Hey guys, how are we? We are back finally. We are playing a bit of Stormfall, Saga of Survival. Sorry guys, I haven't posted any videos on this game. Sorry, I've got no other words to say. Just been focusing on some other games as of late. So, yeah, I mean, look, I just haven't, been uploading. There's just been things I've been wanting to do on this game, and at that time where I wanted to upload, I didn't have enough resources. I didn't have any proper weaponry, food, all that sort of stuff. So I've been smashing this out for the past week and a bit. As you can see there, I've been really hard on it and gaining more resources and all that sort of good stuff. So building the base to a point where now that I'm capable of getting more materials and all that sort of stuff, and building up just the base, improving it in that respect. And yeah, pretty much this is what I've been doing for the past week and a bit, just getting myself geared up again, and so I can provide a little bit more on the content side for you guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna let my guy die. There's no point in healing up or wasting any other materials or resources, so I'm just gonna let him run his course, and we will resume our game in a moment. So as you can see, there are a few weapons as well that I've picked up. Here we go, and you are finished. Let us respawn. So I thought I wanted to quickly jump back in, do a quick little video. There is an update coming very soon from what the devs have mentioned. So it's going to be the version 1.05 update. So a small incremental update, but it's going to bring some goodies in relation to weaponry, and the fact that we can start customizing our weapons once we've initially crafted them or acquired them through zones. So that's going to be really interesting. They're saying that there's going to be some scrolls or like handwritten items that you can find in zones. They haven't really specified where exactly we're going to get these, so I'm sure that we're going to get more of a chance to get the devs to elaborate further, so we can find these for ourselves and actually start crafting our weapons and improving them. So it's going to be an awesome plus for us. So this is a good little video I wanted to put through, because part of my annoyance with the game at the moment, it's more or less where we're starting very early on, and to get to level 3, you've got a club that's that's a weapon, which is fine, and then level 7, all that sort of stuff, and then all the way to level 10, that's when you get a spear. But the more that you level up, even doing that, the crafting materials is a little bit on the higher end of the scale. So trying to find those materials as you're going through zones, it's not easy. It's hard. I get it, and I'm sure you guys feel that too at some point when you guys were in your lower levels, or if you currently are, if you're struggling, if you haven't worked out exactly how to clear a zone, farm it continuously, and still have inventory when you come back to allow you to even build yourself a spear or get yourself that torch, or find the materials to do the bow, which is a really good weapon. Don't get me wrong, it performs fantastically, but people are put off that the sign, it's really hard to find. Some people come by it quite easily, others not so much, like myself. So there's going to hopefully come with this update where we can improve these weapons, and hopefully it doesn't cost us too much. Again, we don't know exactly what the costing involvement will be just yet, but hopefully it'll be on more of the reasonable side, and you know, you guys on the lower end of the scale in terms of leveling, and even, you know, even myself where I am now, I'm on level 32. You know, the next weapon for me is a pyromancer's ring. You know, like finding, you know, the empty amulet, you know, not so much the iron bar or the charcoal. These can be craftable, which is not too bad. But corrupted essence, you know, looting from defeated bone breakers, that's, you know, that's straight up either the cursed forest or the catacombs. You know, they can be defeated. They don't attack you all the time. So as long as you've got a stack of heals and at least a spear. I've done it with a spear multiple times. I've had a stack of heals and a spear, and I've been able to defeat multiple of them, not at the same time, but one at a time. And I was able to find some of that essence there. So I haven't had the opportunity to craft one of these guys up yet, but I will be. But that will be, you know, the attainable best weapon I can get that I can, you know, craft, as opposed to, you know, if you're lucky enough, go into a a 3 skull plus zone, and you can get, you know, weapons like, you know, the Morning Star or the Warhammer, you know, the pry bar, even the fishing spear, which I really like using. Yeah, until they sort of go through the rebalance, even the wands as well. You know, we're not going to get, you know, these type of weapons earlier on in game. So, you know, it's just one of those things. But for now, what I want to do actually is I want to help you guys as best as I can. So what I will be doing is I'm going to run just a green zone, just a level 1 zone, I should say. I'm sorry. And even I'm just going to use the club. That's all I'm going to do. And I do have the fry pan with me as well as backup. And I'm going to get some heals along with it. I should have removed that leather pouch before, but it doesn't matter. Just get a couple of those up. No, I'll put you back and put you there. Let's just equip one of these guys. Come on, equip. And cannot wait until I get to level 40 so I can get the second tier satchel bag. That's going to be great. It's going to increase my my farming quite considerably. What I'll do is actually I might take a couple of these and I'm going to drop that back. Yeah, so I want to create this video and I'm going to just do what I would normally do if I just want to go through a basic zone and clear it really. And usually what, you know, for you guys starting out, most importantly, definitely that zone I've just gone to now, this one and this one should be your staple, your basic run through. To do all these 3 in succession if you can, or, you know, one at a time, however easy that you guys you know, want to make it for yourselves. And if you can, definitely jump in the 2-tier forest once you get your confidence experience up and some slightly better weapons if need be, and even the rugged cliffs. Those 5 here will be key just to get you guys up and running. And look, it's not hard. It is a bit of a grind at the start, you know, I totally get that. But, you know, for me, what I normally do is I go for things that I'm after. So however you guys want to do it, for me, I just have a mental note exactly what I'm after. So right now what I want is 3 to 4 things. Okay, so I want to get some wood, that's first and foremost. I definitely want to get some meats and pelt. They are my top 3 right now. So basically they're my non-negotiables. And also the animal fat. Seems pretty basic, I get it. But the reason for this is right now is where I'm at with my leveling. I definitely need to get leather. The belt, if I find it, I'll take it because I don't have too much left at the moment. But getting these basic items so I can craft up and make myself leather, I should say, from the pelt will help me. So I'm running low on that. So to find these and just farm the zones every so often will help me create more more armor, so I can run those harder zones and obviously survive. And that's where you saw the chest before earlier. I had all that smoked meat in there. That's going to be for those harder zones. So, I'm not going to be caught out or anything like that. And so far, the weapon of choice, I'm cycling between the hardened spear and the torch. Sort of leaning towards the torch a little bit more as of late. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I feel like I can get better attack damage per attack speed and threat distance. So I think that works out for me better. And if you do look at it too, in the grand scheme of things, getting iron ore, earlier on, or even some of the boar tusks and things like that. Particularly the iron ore, it's just something that people, may not go for straight away, or may not even have the need for it and go out of their way just to get it. So if you even get to level 17, I would think that, the binding's pretty obtainable. The cheesecloth, you can get that from any sort of frogs that you come into contact with. As you can see, the animal fat and basic pine logs. So, the cost effectiveness for me that I feel that these two weapons are pretty good. Definitely run 3 skull zones without any issues with those two weapons. If you just go all in with spears or all in with torches, they work. I've had no problem with them, up until this point, so I'm pretty happy with it. And then when you get to the point where if you want to do a longbow, then this is your harder item to find. This is a little bit, it's not too bad. You can still find them, and as long as you defeat wolves, you get some wolf fangs out of it. So, what I'm sort of trying to aim at for you guys is try to simplify what you're after. If you try and get, this, that, everything in between, you're going to get to a point where you're going to start making compromises. And that's definitely that, that it's going to, wreck your game mentality. It's going to, it'll make the grind a lot harder. If you stick to, 3 to 4 things at the very most, I think it's going to be a lot easier on you guys, and you're not going to, you won't essentially, stop enjoying the game. You'll still enjoy the game, but you've got a clearer, focus point. You'll be more clear on your objection. You'll know what you need to do, and you won't digress anywhere. So I think that's what I sort of want to, make it a point, and why I'm sort of, going through an episode like this, just to, show you guys that even if you don't have any armor on you, you're only able to grab a club, you can still run the zone. And I'm sure most of you guys would know this, and a lot of this would, point to a lot of newcomers that are coming onto this game. Excuse me. The game's grown so much in popularity that, there's a lot more people jumping onto this game, talking about this game. So, a quick little how-to, a quick little, run through doesn't hurt you guys. Hopefully it helps you more so. So let me know what you think about that, really. And the only reason why I brought the skillet out is, most of my experiences I found, I've been able to find a skillet in these zones. So, I believe it's relatable to, to the cause. So, not essentially trying to cheat or anything like that, or bring a better weapon, just to try and hurry up and clear the zone. These things that you can find in these zones, you're not, it's correct in a sense that you're, the weapon that I've chosen, is the one that I'm using in this particular zone. So, alright, let's see what we get out of this. So you do get a few things in here. I mean, you know, I took a couple of stacks of turnips, you know, and again, you can find these in this zone. And once you get the, you know, when you're able to craft the field there, you can, you know, you can plant these things, and you'll be able to. Nearly died, but we're okay. We're okay. Let's take you out, and let's take you out. There we go. Wasn't really even paying attention, was I? But yeah, I mean, you know, I've gone in without any armor, just some basic heals, and pretty much I'm near way of clearing out the zone. You know, admittedly, I didn't have full health weapons, but you know, it's just more proving a point, I guess. And look, I'm sure you guys do this as well, or you may do it in your own way, which is fine, which is great. You know, you guys have your own way of doing it. Please just do it. Oop. I think he might be the only. Yeah, you might be the only guy left. That's fine. Just grab some more of these. We'll just quickly heal on up. So, you know, he's got a slightly higher attack rate, but that doesn't matter. Should be able to deal with him. And now I think I should be, yeah, there we go, see? Excuse me. Guy can go in auto mode now from here on out, and you can just sit back and relax and let him do his thing. So yeah, look, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I just thought that, you know, something like this may be needed. Look, I'm not too sure, but you know, with the imminent update that's coming very soon, from what we've been told, you know, I think it might be a good idea just to sort of, you know, get you guys, you know, some information. You know, whether it's too little, too late, that's fine. If you guys value it, great, fantastic, I'm glad. But really for me, this is normally, you know, the going rate that I would, you know, run the zones. I mean, now that I've, you know, improved to a point where I've got access to better materials, heals, weapons, and things like that, you know, I am using the better weapons, and, you know, I'm not going to hide that. You know, that's a given. That's going to be a given. And I'm sure you guys will too once you get access to all those beneficiaries. So, you know, even especially for newcomers, you know, it's not that hard. It really isn't. And you guys will be able to run this zone no problem. Realistically, going into, say, a Skull 2 zone, I still use the either the spear or the torch. You know, for me now it's easily craftable, but, you know, the next thing that I probably would get to use or craft would be the sling. Inexpensive item, rope's easily obtainable, and stone is anywhere you can see it, really. And these guys make light work of the frogs quite easily, and also the boars, so they're not that bad in using it. Sorry, when you use it. You know, you may struggle a little bit with the spiders in the Skull 2 zones, but otherwise, you know, this guy is suitable for Skull 2 zones. And if you can get yourself to level 10 at the very least, then definitely jump on the spear, because the spear is going to make your life a little bit better as you progress on. But when you get to, you know, the rocky spires, the woodlands zones, that's where, you know, your spear and your torch are minimum requirements, and you definitely need, you know, some armor. You know, for the most part, when I was first starting out, I was grinding the hell out of the game just to get level 1 armor. And, you know, you might think to yourself, you know, why is that so bad? But when you think about it, you know, the cheesecloth isn't too bad to obtain pelt is easy to come by. It's the rushes, believe it or not. You go through so many rushes just to craft up your armor there. I mean, I think I counted it. I think it takes about 21 rushes for a full set of armor of level 1 type. And in most zones, in especially the Skull 1 zones, you will get at least 20 and a bit. When I mean a bit, maybe 4 extra on top of that 20, that stack of 20. So when you think about it, you know, once you've made your armor and you run through a zone or so, your armor's nearly gone. And by then, you know, you have to get more rushes, or you know, you have to start farming it in, you know, in the field, which you can do, but that takes time. So what I sort of opted to do a little bit later on was I stuck with this, struggled with it, because I didn't like the fact with the more materials I had to find in the second tier armor. I sort of sidestepped that, and I got into here where, you know, no more than 3 items that's required, and I feel that they're easily obtainable to me. So and they offer better, you know, better defense than say these guys, and it does quite well for me. Excuse me. And when I look at this with a heavy, you know, heavy cloth, iron bar, the sign, it's, yeah, there's a lot of things that, you know, that we would need just to get better armor. And I'm thinking maybe if we get to the studded armor, if I find an efficient way to get heavy linen, then I might just use that as opposed to, you know, the reinforced, or even, you know, if I go down to the barbarian stuff. But you know, they need oak. There's a lot of grinding right there. So at this stage, I feel that, you know, the balance between grinding and actually playing and enjoying the game is what I've established so far just through my time in playing the game. So this is where I feel that I can provide that information to you guys, and if it helps you, you know, it's what I want to do. It's what I want to you know, achieve with you guys. Just help and provide that necessary information. I hope that's helped. I really do. If not, you definitely let me know. If you have your own tips, let me know. Drop it in the comments. You know, let's help each other, help you, and help me, help everyone else around us. But yeah, look, I think that's what I want to sort of do today. Probably blabbered a little bit more than what I, you know, would intend to do, but I just felt something like this, and within the update that's coming very soon, you know, hopefully there might be some more weapons that come in. There might even be a rebalance to, you know, with less requirements to build the initial weapon, and the harder weapons might be when you have to find the upgrades, but you know, we won't know until that drops. So for now, it's going to be a little bit of a waiting game, wait and see, and once that new update drops, we'll be able to take a look at it, and yeah, you guys will know and I will know. But that's it for today. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that notification bell, please. Along with that, drop a like, comment if you'd like, and subscribe. I'll have more coming with these, you know, with the game. Hopefully as content gets pushed out, I'll be able to, you know, show that off, and yeah, make a few more videos. Alright guys, take it easy, look after yourselves, catch you on the next one. Bye.